Hey, my Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. This is your end of November energy read that also encompasses this past full moon and Taurus lunar eclipse. So let's see what this energy at the end of the month has to harness for you and how you can apply it and really make application and use of it. So go ahead and Taurus, let's go ahead and get started. Cards are nice and shuffled. Let's see what we got. First card out, we have the Ten of Wands. So a lot of you guys are coming out of the first half of the month carrying some burdens. Looks like some burdens from the past. You guys are stuck in this past energy, Taurus. The Five of Wands is, by most accounts, crying over spilt milk. So you're fixated on things that didn't work out in the past, and you're failing to realize that what you have coming towards you for the future. We got to flip that around. We don't want to be in that energy at all. Yeah, there's some conflicts from someone from your past or something from your past that you can't seem to get away from. You seem to feel like you are actually tied to it, bound to it. I just call this my emotional codependency card. You're literally emotionally tied to things that no longer serve you. And Spirit is saying it is most likely someone or something of the past that needs to find closure. Now, this full moon in Taurus lunar eclipse was all about releasing. That was a central theme that was given to me, was to release, 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 release. And so this is why this energy was fast and present, was because with the culmination of this full moon in Taurus lunar eclipse, you were supposed to be laying down these burdens and releasing these dependent attachments, they just said, so that you can be offered a brand new beginning, something that would offer you stability and that would ground you, would actually bring you a lot of stability and reliability and dependability. You would be feeling like you're grounded and stable once you release this energy from the past that no longer serves you. Yeah, this was coming very quickly. You might have had someone trying to reach out to you from the past, or you might have been trying to reach out to someone from the past. Please make no mistake, it is not for the purpose of reconciliation. I hope that most of you would have realized that this was not an opportunity for reconciliation. For some, maybe, but for most, it wasn't. You would have been deceiving yourself had you thought that this was an opportunity if a person from your past had resurfaced for a reconciliation. This was actually a opportunity for closure. Again, that full moon is telling you to release, release, release. You have the World card. You have a brand new cycle starting. A cycle is the next 7 to 10 years of your life, literally the next phase of your life that you have on hand. It was to bring closure to this person of the past, possibly to gain an apology, and to bring closure to the both of you so that you can move forward. I hope that you guys would have been in your intuition and really in touch with your high priestess side to understand this and not try to make it more than what it was. Because if you did, like this card brought out, that was self-sabotage, that was self-deception. Nobody would have been deceiving you. Now, you're going to be tested, and Spirit would have brought the opportunity for you to have reconciled, to see exactly if you had learned the lessons of the past. And so I'm hoping that the majority of my Tauruses actually learned the lessons, found the closure, and tried not to resurrect something that brought you no happiness, because a lot of people in the past they were juggling and you had been an option, and that there have been third-party situations. You should have brought closure to that, moved on, not tried to resurrect that, and said, hey, I can actually have something with this person. No, sir, no, ma'am, you would not have. Go ahead and let that go, because what's coming to you is a more stable and grounded offer. It is in the infantile states of the night energy, but it's in the pinnacle energy as well, which is going to be something that's grounded and stable, something that's brand new. And you would have had victory in it. So, like I said, I would have hoped that you would have been smart enough to recognize a test that was coming before you, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. You would have recognized the test that was coming for you, and you would have aced it. And that would not have been to try to resurrect the past, but to bring closure. See what lessons we can kind of glean from this new moon energy. What lessons do you have for Taurus for this new moon lunar eclipse? What should they be working on? What should they be focusing on? Where should their attention be? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. This new offer. that's coming in. Acing the test. Yeah, you've got two pages on, and pages for me are new beginnings. You have the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. Something that's going to be brand new, grounded, and the beginning, the infantile stages of love and of happiness, of celebration. That should be your focus, is on winning, because you have put up into the past and you were headed in the right direction. You knew exactly the lessons that had been learned, and you learned them, and you cut out what didn't serve you and didn't need to be there. You stood in the Queen of Swords energy. You were fair about it. The Queen of Swords is a person who's very fair, but her assessments are very, very on point. And at no time was this an attempt for reconciliation, but it was actually an attempt to actually bring closure and completion, a death to an old situation, so that something new can begin. So that is the central theme of the lesson for this lunar eclipse, full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, was to bring closure to things that no longer serve you, so that you can go into the next phase of abundance, of family, of legacy, of longevity. Yep, here's the World card, bottom of the deck, new cycle. As I hoped, Taurus, I hope that you had taken that lesson and have brought closure to any past dealings. It felt like almost like a resurrection of a retrograde of some sort of reunion. I hope most of you did not try to rekindle that relationship, but that you actually took the time to find the closure that you needed so that you can put it to rest, because that was a lesson at hand for most of you. Otherwise, you're doomed to repeat that cycle more. And that's the last thing that you want to do, because it hinders your ultimate goal, which is happiness. 10 of Cups. So keep moving forward. For the majority of you, I feel like you did ace the test. For the majority of my Tauruses, I do feel like you did ace the test, and you're going to be rewarded very handsomely for it. Ace of Cups. Ace of Pentacles, excuse me. You're going to be rewarded very handsomely with a brand new grounded offer coming your way. So bravo for those who did. For those who didn't, try to find a way to still harness this closure energy, the release energy of the full moon in Taurus, and release the things that are no longer serving you, that no longer have a purpose in your life. It is not to repurpose something and try to rebrand it as something that it isn't. It is to recognize what you have, what you had, and let it go. All right, guys, if you would like, follow, subscribe, share. Also help me grow my channel. Follow along, help me grow the channel so that I can go live and actually do some personal readings, because that's my wheelhouse, is actually doing personal readings for you. And if you would like, you can also follow me on TikTok. I do go live over there, and I do personal readings as well as live individual readings. So if you have any questions or concerns, please hit the like button, share, subscribe, throw a comment in below. I do check my comments and I will respond. So thank you guys. Have a good one.